Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going into part 2 of today's one-shot Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So the party got more exciting. We fade back in on the scene of the revelers gathered around the table. They've all come, and we get scenes of people like lifting a chunk of like dripping meat to their lips and taking a bite. We see people quaffing enormous horns of ale, and as we travel up the table, we see the young heir of the von Torrens estate, the young Carl Theodore, and before him is a 4-tiered, beautiful, like a white cake, and his mother hands him a knife that's like, sword length for him, and with all of the careful cunning of an overly excited young noble, he cuts into the cake, and a gush of blood pours from the cake out onto his lap and drips onto the floor, at which he begins to giggle and clap his hands together. All of this is happening, and we cut over to the young, attractive, very strong witch hunter, Mila DeJorgen. Mila,
Yes.
what is the look on your face? You were surrounded by witchery. There is nothing but blasphemy everywhere you look. What is the look on your face? How are you reacting to all this?
I'm delighted to finally get some work done.
Uh-huh. So what do you do?
Well, I'm still tied up, right?
You're not tied up. He's just holding on to you, but Horst has loosened his grip somewhat. And he's taking in, he's awash in the occult fervor of the scene.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You
There's
that you have
shitloads of them, right?
Yes, they're everywhere. You can feel it, the weight of the knife in your boot. You have your iron poker ready at your belt, and you can feel the righteous fires building in you.
I can.
Is now the time to strike, or do you wait?
I didn't expect. I thought that I would have to find the witchery. I didn't think the witchery would find me.
Horst nods dumbly.
Can I I want to drop to my knees as though I'm overwhelmed.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to take the dagger out of my boot and just stab it into his foot.
Into his foot? Okay. I mean, you can stab it elsewhere if you wanted, but yeah, okay. Let's have you make a roll. You can roll to oppose him. And I think that this is, let's see. Let's have you roll cool.
Right.
And I'll oppose with Horst's intelligence, with his perception. Perception is based on intelligence, right? He has none, but it's based on
no modifier, right? Because we're opposing.
That's right. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, get fucked.
Horst got a critical fail, and you got a critical success. So
hell yeah.
You kind of go limp, and he drops you, and he just he nods. And you can see him. We see the reflection in his eyes of his beloved lord and lady and the young master. And finally, the young master will be a man. And he's just he's so happy that you just slip from his grasp. He doesn't even notice. You fall to your knees. You grab your dagger, and you can see he's just wide open. What are you gonna do?
Oh shit! So I don't have to stab him in the foot. I could adjust this.
Yeah. So you drop to your knees, you grab your dagger, you're holding on to it. What are you gonna do?
Oh gosh, then okay. Drop to my knees, I grab my dagger, and then I rise up and slash his throat. And as his blood is bursting all over me,
he grabs his throat and sprays.
Final day of evil, villains.
Right. So he staggers back and he's just like blood spraying out like all over the ceiling, and like he falls on his back. You're covered in his blood. You turn around with a knife in your hand.
Are we like right in the doorway? Like we just
walked
in, right? Okay,
everyone in the party. So you shout that, and everyone in the party turns to look at you, and you're standing there with this knife in your hand. And Horst is lying on the ground, like kicking his feet, and like he's in an oversized pool of his own blood now, like it's just spreading out.
Right.
And you're holding this knife. What do you do?
Yeah, I want to like, as the blood is like gushing at me, and everybody looks at me, I go to throw a dagger at the family to draw attention away from me, and then I use my big fucking vampire cape to like whoosh, and then
run away. Okay, all right. So, do you throw your knife with the intent like it's just to like make them cower, or do you actually want to try to like hit someone with the knife?
Sure, I'll try to hit them. Yeah, why not?
Okay, who are you throwing it at?
The kid.
Yes. right at the kid. Okay. All right. So you're gonna roll your ballistic skill, your ranged throwing, which is under range specializations.
Got it.
So you can roll that. I'll roll a dodge check for the kid. Okay, so you got a success with a +1. Let's go. I'll roll for him. He's pretty dexterous. He's a little kid. They're spry.
They bounce.
So dodge, yeah, dodge is. I mean, he's like 12. Dodge is agility. Okay. So I'll give him 5, and then. Okay. All right. So you hurl the knife. And it, you hit him. You hit the kid, and he looks up at you, and then thunk, this like knife hits him in the ribs, and he looks up, and he's like, "Mommy!" And she screams. She points at you. She's like, "Kill her!" And like the room bursts into chaos. People get up and they draw weapons from under the table, like long like curved swords and like spikes and shit. And they burst into chaos, and you flee. You like throw your cloak up in the air and run out of the room. Wow. So meanwhile.
I'm happy with that. That scene makes up for all of the shit that happened.
Yeah, I mean, he may or may not be dead, but you've thrown a knife into him. Meanwhile, in the other room, Grimbonk, Streak, and Beatrix, you hear the ringing of the bells, and what are you gonna do? So do you stop to listen? Because basically, what happens is you have the ringing of the bell. There's maybe 30 seconds, and then shouting and screaming, right? When Mila busts into action. So what does that 30 seconds look like? The bells begin to ring.
I think it was like this awkward standoff because I'm not going to just hand over my wrists.
Yeah. So is it just like, so Streak, you're the one that talks, I guess, because the two of them are doing the like, I'm going to arrest you. No, you're not. I'm going to arrest you.
I grab the man and I hold the dagger to his throat between. And
you get a hostage.
And yeah, I got a hostage. So I keep him as a hostage.
Okay, so I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable if Grimbonk wants to oppose or do something. Like you see her, she's about to like do something. She's about to flinch or like run or do something, and then you see her lunge for the dude. Do you want to try to like oppose, or what do you do?
He just holds out the rope unblinkingly.
Okay, all right. So she she lunges out and grabs the doctor, and Herr Doctor is like, oh my, and you like get him, and now you've got the knife to his throat. And he says,
whispering to him.
Yeah, okay.
And I lean forward and I'm like, what is that bell?
It's time for the feast. I had thought to hide while it took place. Oh, they'll know I'm missing. And you as well. They'll know. They'll come looking for you.
Let them come. I like look at the dwarf and I'm like, maybe we have bigger problems right now.
Well, no, I don't. Pop them on.
And that's when you're like, no, I don't have bigger problems. That's when you hear a scream and the sound of like a dozen noble cultists like leaping from their chairs, grabbing weapons, and heading out into the house to find Mila. It is clear to you, Grimbonk, that this is the sound of conflict being
mini
joined.
bonks.
Many bonks. The intention to bonk is high.
Grimmonk curses under his breath. He's like, "Don't you leave my sight,
And
because we can play this game
I
forever."
oh, I don't intend on leaving.
Well, no, you are going to leave with me eventually. But
Are
for
you
now,
sure about that?
yeah.
I just keep pestering him.
I
It's
turned
like-
to
it's
Streak. I turned to Streak. Was I not clear about?
Now listen, you don't leave unless it's with me. Right. Don't let him leave unless he goes with you. I understand. No,
Did I-
you can't.
Did I not convey that well enough? Or
Streak, what are you doing while this situation is playing
I'm
itself
eating the
out?
other half of my sandwich.
Right, so you just got this fucking hoagie and you're just taking bites. Okay. Cool.
okay, all right.
And I point toward the door and I say, "You leave first."
Who are you talking to?
You short stuff.
You don't tell me what to do, Umgi. Okay, you're my prisoner. Get it?
Right now, there's a lot of people that could be your prisoner.
Well, no. I get paid for you, so it's you. So lead the way.
And right before, I finally am just like, whatever. I slit the guy's throat.
You just
Well,
gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
as I do,
Yeah.
I say, "You aren't worthy of living."
Okay.
Break
So you-
character and say, I needed him.
Yeah, so you cut the doctor's throat. He grabs his throat, and there's a look of like, oh, finally, and he like falls over. He falls finally onto the coffin, and then like coughs one last time.
Sprays
and
onto Grimbonk's jerkin, and he's like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
whack! What are you doing?"
And he
And I
he
point
says he says his last words, gurgling through blood pouring out of his mouth. He says, "My beloved synesthesia, I'm coming." And he like slides off the side of the coffin with like a squeak, and then thump, falls onto the floor.
I take some of the blood that splattered onto my hand and I like lick it off, and then I put the dagger away and walk out.
Jesus Christ!
What? I never said she was good.
No, totally. That's great. I'm into it. It's just that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Grimmonk follows, and he kind of tucks his club away, and under breath, he kind of is like, "Yeah, definitely the one I'm looking for."
Okay, so Beatrix, you come around the corner. You walk out into the hall, and you see standing at the end of the hall there are three men. They are wearing like leather hoods, with holes cut so you can see their eyes and a hole where their mouth is. Very little else. They have their like cod pieces on. They're in the shape of like demon faces, and they're all holding kind of scary looking murder implements. So one has an axe, like a two-handed axe. The other has a long knife, and the third has a length of chain. And when they see you, one of them shouts, "And where do you think you're going?" And the three of them like run towards you.
I take out my bow and I shoot.
Okay, so you want to like draw your bow and fire at them?
I want to fire
Okay.
at the one closest.
Well, let's track it. So what's your initiative?
It's
The I for your stat.
It is 24.
Okay. And so two for you then. So Beatrix is 2. And then I'll get Streak and Grimbonk to give me theirs as well. These guys are 3. Your initiative for you guys. Grimbonk, what's yours? 20 something, I think. You're muted, Sam.
Trying to find it right now.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's it's the I. It's after toughness and before agility.
Okay.
Yeah, so 27.
27.
And then Streak, what's yours?
30.
30. Okay.
So
All right.
I'm a 2.
Okay. All right. So, Streak, if you'd like, you can do something. You hear the effete voices of these leathered up cultists in the hallway. You're still in the other room, and then you hear the sound of their feet on the floor. Do you want to do something? Do you want to hide? Do you want to run out and help? Finish your sandwich? Draw a weapon?
I suppose I peek my head out and see what's
Okay.
going on.
Yep. So you see them. They're running. They're like, oh, have at me. And they're like running down the hall towards Beatrix.
I roll my eyes. I'm gonna have to deal with these guys if they deal with them, so I may as well help. I'm like, fine, we'll
Okay.
go through them. Apparently, this was a quiet, information gathering mission, but I guess once you get a dwarf involved, it turns into a shit show. So I come out and help them.
Yeah, because I did
Okay.
it. I killed the guy.
I'm racist, so I come out, come to help.
Just he's very upfront about it. Well, I'm racist, so okay. So what do you do to help? You want to walk out and you have a weapon? You have a dagger?
Yeah. Also, do I recognize any of these guys with the masks?
I mean they're local.
Can I
They're
recognize a
local
voice?
nobility. I mean they're wearing their weird like eyes wide shut masks, so you can't tell exactly who they are.
No, I can't
But
tell. I
you
was gonna
would-
say because I'm amazing.
You would
at gossip,
recognize
so-
you would recognize their pasty flesh anywhere. These are definitely nobles. You just can't tell which ones they are.
Can't tell which ones they are, and I can't affect them with pointed words. Then I suppose I'd get my dagger out and get ready.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk up behind Beatrix and draw your dagger. Okay.
Yeah.
So the cultists they run forward with their weapons. So Beatrix, you don't get a chance to draw your bow yet before they run at you. And so I think Streak, the one with the chain, comes like spinning at you, and he swings it in your direction. Can you make a dodge roll for me?
Oh, what's that under? There it is. I see. Okay. No modifier.
No modifier.
I'm amazing.
Nice. Okay, so you get a +1. So the guy swings the chain at you. I'll roll to see if he hits you with it. He does not. You dodge out of the way, so that the chain swings over your head and slams into the wall, throwing plaster all over the place. Beatrix, the one with the hooked knife, comes and swings it at you. Same thing. You can either you don't have a weapon out, so you can't block with your weapon, so you do have to
I
dodge.
have my dagger out still.
Okay, yeah. So you can either roll dagger, you can roll your dagger skill, or you can dodge, whichever you prefer to use.
Is there a dagger skill? Or is it just melee?
It'd be melee basic.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll just do that. No modifier, right?
Correct. Yep. Okay, so you got -1. You got a failure. Okay, so he swings in on you. So if he hits you, you'll take some damage. He does hit you. Okay. All right. So he hits you. I'm just gonna roll for ignore the success on this one, but okay, it's the same. Okay. So he hits you in the right arm. So you get hit in the arm, and you're gonna take some damage. So let me tell you how that works. But yeah, he slashes at you with this hook knife, and it cuts across your arm, and you feel it. You feel the sting of the weapon.
It's cool that it says all that.
Yeah. Okay, so
laughed
wound
at
loss
it.
represents cuts and abrasions, bruises and bashes. What is your toughness?
My toughness is 25. That's
Okay,
T.
so you would take, let's see, 7, 9. You would take 10, but it's -3 for your toughness. You take 7 wounds.
Okay.
And let me see where on the sheet your wounds are. Okay, yeah. So you've got you're doing okay. You have 12 wounds, so you take 7.
Okay.
So where it says wounds current, put a 7 there.
Okay. I'll find it. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Grimbonk, these cultists are carving up your prize. Okay, and then you get to make another one. You can do another melee basic to try to block the second guy coming at you.
She's only
This
worth
guy's
half
got like
the
a
gold.
he's got a
kid.
spiked. It's like a spiked club in the shape of. I don't know. It's like a vaguely phallic shaped big chunk of wood with spikes on it. And he takes a swing at you with his bat. So you can roll to block there.
I'm rolling to block?
Yeah, because you're gonna you roll to see if he you oppose me.
Jeez.
Okay, you both fail. No problem. It's just a whiff. You just dodge, and he slams the bat into the floor. Okay,
Like
Grimbonk
so
or
that I can hear it like whoosh as it goes by.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and Grimbonk or Beatrix. Either of you can go.
I'm gonna try and stab this guy.
Okay, you want to
The guy that
first?
stabbed
just-
me.
just
I'm gonna
stand
try
right
and
there with
stab
your
him
knife.
back. So
Okay. All right.
just. Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll address advantage when we get to streak, because streak you'll have one, but we'll talk about that in a second. Okay. So you swing out and you miss. I will roll for this guy. He's gonna roll same thing. Basic. And which is this guy? Is this guy with the club or the guy with the knife?
The guy that with the knife.
Okay, it's just a whiff. You swing at him, and he blocks you with the knife. There's a clash of weapons. Okay. Grimbonk, would you like to get out there and jump in the fight?
Yeah. Grimbonk's kind of runs his hand down his face, and he pulls out the parchment as they're fighting, and he sees on the wanted poster that there's very clearly a little smiling head and an amount of money, and then a dead head with crosses on eyes, and the money is halved.
Yeah.
It's can't be happening. And he folds it back up, and he kind of pulls out his club, and he kind of starts waddling towards him. He's like, "You can't kill her. Come on, I need her." And I goes to bonk the first guard on the head.
Take a swing at the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So on your character sheet, down where your weapons are, next to club where it says roll, just go ahead and click that.
No modifier.
No modifier. And this is are you attacking the guy with the knife or the guy with the club?
The guy. I guess I'm right next to Streak, so it'd be the guy on Streak. Whichever one that was.
Oh, the guy with the chain. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got a success with an SL of 0. He's gonna roll, and he gets a fail with a -3. Okay. So you deal him 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 damage to his right arm, and you like break his elbow, and he drops the chain and grabs his arm and falls to his knees like and like starts whimpering. So you moved out there, you took a crack at him, he drops the chain, there's a rattling, and he grabs his arm, and his arm is like bent sideways now, and he's grabbing at it.
Grimbonk doesn't flinch. He
cool.
kind of just starts waddling to the other boys.
Okay, so Streak, you can go, and you have advantage. So there's one of these little tokens for you. I'll make a note of so for every token you have, you get an additional like a +10, and you get to keep these, and they keep building up until you fail a roll. So the idea is if you're winning a fight, it gets easier to keep winning it until you blow a test, then you lose all your advantage. So you're currently at advantage +1. What would you like to do?
Okay. So guy right next to me has his arm all messed up and he's on his knees, or
He's like basically hitting these guys once takes them out of the fight. These guys are
okay. I was gonna say I don't
drugged.
need to deal with him. So
Yeah, he's just
anyone
like
else within,
sobbing and grabbing his ruined arm. Got
anyone else
bonked
within reasonable distance.
out of commission. Oh yeah. There's two guys trying to kill Beatrix.
Oh, okay. So they're not facing me, or they're off to the side.
Yeah, you're fighting in the hall, so they're right next to you.
Okay, they're right next to me. Okay.
Yeah, you can attack them.
Okay. Well, I take my pouch out and open it and smush it into the mouth of the guy closest to me, and it has the most foul, vile smelling shit that anyone has ever heard of.
Okay. So you just jam this rag into the dude's mouth.
It's certainly would
and
distract,
what
I feel.
and what is your intent is to try to distract him?
That's just absolutely no way that he can parry or attack or anything with that going on. No,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
way.
You want to?
I
Yeah,
have to stop
that's
and deal
okay.
with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll make a
mentally and
roll.
physically.
We'll make a cool roll for him to see
All right.
how he does on this one. Let's see. I think it's probably I'll give him a penalty. I'll give him a -10 for this roll because having a rag stuffed in your mouth is not great. So -10. See how he does. Yeah, okay. So he starts to like gag and like and he like just starts pulling the rag out of his mouth. And this was the guy, I think this was the guy with the club. So
Mhm.
he's distracted. We'll skip his turn. That sounds good.
I look at Grimbonk and I say, "There was a sick mule down in the village the other day."
Gross. You just carry that around on you. Disgusting.
Well, it's
All right,
possible.
The
And a
the
regular mule shit would be like half. Never mind.
the guy with the knife, he has one advantage from his success last time. So we'll call this guy Knifey. Knifey's gonna attack Beatrix again. Beatrix, are you gonna dodge or block? You want to use your
Blocking was
melee
his
skill or
basic.
your dodge?
Wouldn't it be better for me to block because my dodge is low?
Whichever is the higher one. Yeah.
Yeah, then block.
Okay. All right. So he will come at you with the knife, and he gets +10. Ooh, I got a 1. That's the best possible roll. You
I
will also
run?
have to
Can I
get a
just
critical.
wait?
You'll have to get a critical success.
I
That's
believe.
not gonna happen.
No. Okay. All right. So,
But is it less because I
let's
got higher?
so let's see what happens on a crit. So you get crit in the left arm, and there's a table to roll on for these things. Would you like to roll, or do you want me to do it?
You might as well. No, let me roll. Let me roll.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me see. Critical hits. Suffered in combat when something really hurts you. The two most forms are when a critical hit is scored, you lose more wounds. Each wound you receive will impact your ability to function. If these occur, you can spend a fate point. Here we go. Okay. So roll a d100 on the table. You suffer the wounds indicated. You do not suffer a second critical wound, and you get any additional stuff that happens. Okay. So you're gonna take 7 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, you take 8 more wounds, which puts you over your threshold, which knocks you prone.
Yeah.
And roll a d100.
Yay. 3.
3, good. High is very bad. Okay, so your arm is jarred in the attack. You just drop whatever you were holding. If
Okay.
you had rolled a 100 on that roll, your arm would have been severed, spraying blood and killing you instantly. So good job.
Whoa,
You lived.
what the fuck? Oh my god.
Thank
So
God.
the knife sinks into your arm, and he like digs it in and like cuts into your arm. Blood sprays on the wall and on your dwarf friend nearby, and you tumble backwards
I'd like to
and
do
fall
like a
down.
roll to see how I take it.
Yeah, if you want to,
Because
sure.
my character tries to remain very like conceal, don't feel situation.
Yeah.
She did not take that well. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I scream out. I scream out in pain, like I wasn't
Okay.
expecting it. So
Yeah, it hurts really bad. You're down, and now you are like bleeding out basically. So while you've lost all your wounds, you have the prone condition. Until you heal 1, you can't lose the prone condition. What is your toughness bonus? 3?
my
Like
toughness.
the
where do you
first
see that?
the first digit of your toughness.
2.
Okay, so you have 2 rounds before you pass out. You're prone. You
Okay.
can't stand. You need somebody to like help you up and help you move, but you're basically passed out. You haven't passed out yet. And Knifey stands over you with the knife dripping with your blood, and he's looking down at you like, and not paying attention to anybody else. Grimbonk, would you like to make him pay attention to you?
I would love that. How do I use strike to stun?
So strike to stun. You need I think you need a weapon that has pummel. And in your case, any improvised weapon gets the pummel condition. So you have to use an improvised weapon because your club and your knife don't have them. So if you look around and you find something to pummel him with, you could use strike to stun. Yes.
I'm just gonna charge him and attack regularly.
Okay. All right. So let's give you, if you charge it, you get two advantages just from the get go. So yeah, your club is technically like a hand weapon, which doesn't have the pummel quality.
It'd be like
so
grabbing
bonk,
like a candlestick, right? And just
yeah. But instead, you can just charge in. That's the simpler thing to do for sure. Okay, bonk. So now because you have 2 advantage on this attack, you add when it says modifiers, put 20. And this is which guy is this? This is
knife guy standing over Bloodcake.
okay. So you want to attack the knife guy? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he'll roll. He gets a plus 20 as well because he's still got some advantage from taking her apart. Go ahead and roll.
Nice.
Okay.
I have an 85.
Okay. So this guy. Yeah, Jesus. Okay, SL6. So he will roll his melee. Plus 20. Okay, he fails. So your SL of 6 goes up another 2. So yeah, you take him out. What does that look like? You just like charge at him with your club.
Yeah.
That's mine.
I think like he like lowers himself to stab and puts him at just the right height for a good bonking. And he gets bonked on the left arm so hard that his left arm hits his face and he knocks himself out.
Nice. So he turns in surprise and you hit him in the elbow and his fist goes up into his face and breaks his nose and he falls over backwards and drops his knife. Excellent. Okay. So Streak, I'll take Knifey out. Bonk, you get another advantage. You're riding high here. Sneak, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Who's left?
Choking on poop rag guy.
Oh yeah, I can just deal with him. I'll stab him in the neck.
Sorry, just so everybody can see his name there. Choking on poop rag guy. You can do something if you want.
Yeah, I'll just stab him real good. So, but I just
yeah. So you just attack with your dagger. Roll
melee basic.
Yep. No, you have a roll. You should have a roll next to your dagger. Down near the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah.
There it is. I see.
So go ahead and roll that, and I'll roll to try to meet.
How terrible am I?
So you actually succeed because you have 1 advantage, which brings your thing up to 54. So you narrowly strike. And
excellent.
if he doesn't dodge, you take him out, and I'll let you. Oh Jesus! Okay. So
Nice.
he fumbles the defense. He turns. He manages to get the poopy rag out of his mouth, and and there's like barf all over his chest. And he turns and looks at you, and you stab him in the arm with a knife. And because the critical hit tables are fun, let's have you roll. Can you roll a D100, and we'll give you a plus 20 on it?
Okay.
Roll a D100. Plus 20. No, you get a roll. It's got to be D100 because that's just rolling the number.
Oh yeah.
It's very impressive, but it's cheating.
Thank you, I'm amazing. I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
The man explodes.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
didn't Grinder
good.
do that in a game once?
Very good cheating.
Yeah.
He needed
There
to
you
roll
go.
and just said roll 20.
Okay, so it is a deep cut to his arm. So he brings his arm up to defend himself, and you just shove your knife through his arm, and he just looks at it, and like blood is like dripping down, and he looks at you like, what just happened? Why do I have a knife in my arm? And when you pull it out, there's a spray of blood, and he shrieks in pain and falls over on the floor, squirting until he dies.
Nice, I hit an artery.
Yeah, you got him. So Beatrix, you, I guess, Grimbonk, you and Streak, you both look down. Beatrix is conscious, but like writhing in pain, can't get up. What do you want to do?
I got blood everywhere, man.
Grimbonk,
Yeah.
he notices that the guard he just bonked has a little leather skin, and he kind of takes up his belt and he uncorks it. He smells it.
I will allow this, except the only place that he would have to keep this tiny bottle is in his codpiece. So
Okay, yeah,
it's fine if you just like reach under there and yank it out.
Grimbon's kind of exploring around and he sees it and he's like, "Booze is booze," and he reaches in and he grabs it.
It's
and,
like a tiny little bottle.
Yeah, corks it and he has a swig and then he pours the rest on Bloodcake's face.
Okay. So Bloodcake, you get liquor poured on your face.
So I'm kind of like, what the? And I just like open my mouth. I'm like, and you just kind of hear me like choking as I try to drink it.
Crotch booze. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yep.
It smells awful. What?
Yeah, you're swiftly losing consciousness here, Bloodcake. Getting booze poured on your face does not seem to have helped. Streak, would you like to try to do something?
Squats over you and he's holding up his wanted poster and pointing at how much you're not worth dead. While Streak decides what to do.
I push you out of the way. Get out of the way.
I'm like, and I'm like in pain. I'm like, oh, that just won't do.
Okay, I reach for the terrible poop bag.
Okay, you
and
reach
hold
over
it
to the
under
bag.
her nose.
Okay. With the two of you, with your like terrible attempt, like to heal this, would you like to? Someone like to make a heal check? It'll be at a penalty, but you could try.
I'll make
trying,
it.
After we see if the poop works, let's wait.
It definitely doesn't. It just makes her wish she was dead.
Yeah.
Roll with a minus.
Try as
So
they're doing this. I
Beatrix.
just like, guys, go to the doctor. I just killed him. He has something.
That's what actually.
That's
Grimbonk
actually
smiles.
a great
He's like,
point.
Maybe you shouldn't have killed the doctor.
Go to his room. He has stuff in his.
You did,
Oh
yeah.
my
So
God.
Streak, you and Beatrix both saw that he had a leather case.
True. I go
Yeah,
grab
do you
the leather
want to
case.
go back and check it out?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Beatrix, you pass out.
Mhm.
And Streak, you run
Thank
to the
God.
other room. There is
Mhm.
right, finally. There is a dark leather case sitting on the floor next to the doctor's dead body. The carpet is soaked up most of the blood from his throat hole, and he's just lying there staring peacefully up at the ceiling, growing paler by the moment.
Listen, I'm a
Okay.
good guy, chat. Okay, I killed him. He wanted to be killed.
What's
You
worse, cutting a
literally
man's
earlier
throat or
in this
shoving a
said,
poop
I
rag in
never
someone's
said I was a
face?
good guy.
I clearly am a good guy. He wanted to be killed. I freed him. So
So Streak, would you want to come back with
Bring the bag back out and dump it out next door.
Okay, yeah, there's all kinds of like poultices and laudanums and long metal needles and glass ampules, and it's who knows what any of it does.
Yeah. Look at the dwarf like. You don't want
Grimbonk
anything-
You literally can't. You literally can't
Grimbonk is
read. so-
He stood on a side table when you look at him, about 3 feet above the ground, and he's holding a dagger above a torch, a lit torch on the wall. And he's probably been there since you left, and the blade is getting very hot. And he's,
You know how to use it, dear.
All right.
You want to dig through the case and see if there's any like
I
make a roll
if there's
to see
anything I
if you figure out.
recognize. Yeah, give me a roll.
Okay. Yeah. Make a heal roll.
All right, where's that at?
It might be. Let me see if it might be one of those skills you can't use. In which case, it'd be perception.
Yeah, I don't see.
Let me take. Yeah, if you don't see it on the list, it's an advanced skill. So
Mm.
just make a perception roll.
Ah, yes, I got that. All right.
Okay, all right. So yeah, it's a lot of like needles and like powders and what have you. But you do find there's a little metal case, and when you open it up, there's a syringe with some like a needle on the end of it. There is a vial of some clear fluid, and there's a piece of paper folded up in it that falls out when you open it. And the piece of paper has illustrated on it, first a picture of a person with crosses for eyes lying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Second, it shows
Oh,
the
God.
needle sticking into the vial. Third, it shows the person on the ground with the X's over their eyes and the needle sticking out of their chest. And then fourth, it's the person, but they have regular eyes and a big smile on their face.
Well, then it's very clear that I have to jab this into her heart. Yes.
Oh,
I
no.
put the needle into the vial and draw what seems like the right amount,
Okay.
and prepare to jab it into her. But first, I look at the dwarf like, you think? You think?
Hey, it's a quick way to ingest the potion, I guess.
All right, then, and I apply the proper
Okay.
force.
Yeah.
Adam,
yeah,
I would like to
you
remind you that I have the talent doomed.
That's true. That's true. You do. I didn't ask you what would you like a flashback to your dooming? Before we do any of that. So Streak gets down on his knees and like does the kind of practice like one of the, and then like lifts the needle up. We cut to Mila. So Mila, you have slain Horst the footman and run out into the house. Where are you
And
going?
stabbed
What are you doing? Yes, right. And you threw a
trying
knife
to-
at a kid.
I want to get back to the cellar.
Okay. All right. So
But I need to
you run
these
back,
bits first.
and this time your trip into the cellar is much more macabre, right? Like you run past a barrel of discarded parts. We see like a human face looking up from a pile of like hair and bone. And the servants have all gone. The place is empty. There is blood everywhere, like all over the floor and the tables. You slip and like almost fall as you run through the room. You
Right.
get to the door. You get to the door of the cellar, and you yank it open, and you hear a voice. Going somewhere. You turn around, and you see standing there the elegant figure of an elf.
You again. What is it this time? I'm like
Well-
looking back at the door over and over again just
Yeah.
to make sure that
Yeah.
nobody's like around the corner. And I've got I've like taken my poker out.
Yeah. You've got this like pointy piece of iron in your hand, and
Yeah.
and they say, "Well, you've made quite a scene, haven't you? Heading downstairs, are we? Be careful. You might find something unpleasant."
Do you intend to stand in my way?
And the elf says, "I would be more concerned with what's behind you than what's in front," and like looks over your shoulder. You turn and look, or do you stare at the elf?
I just stare at him.
Okay, good. Yeah, the elf just looks at you and like scowls and like steps aside and looks down at the cellar. And is like, "Fine, just fine. Go into
He can't do his vanishing act if you
right. If you can't, right, he can't disappear if you're staring at him.
He's like,
So he just
okay, fine.
yeah, he just steps off. He steps off of the cellar and just looks at you like, "Fine, go. Fine, just go down there. Fine."
I
You
like
climb down into
go
the
to
cellar.
open the door and I look back at him and I go, and then I go down.
Yeah, right. And you descend. Okay, so we see you climb down into the cellar. We see chunks of box laying all over the place. The wine and the cheese and all of that is all still down here. And and you see this doorway, and over the top of it, you see the words "Do not enter." What are you gonna do?
I enter.
All right. So you grab up the lantern and descend. So
It says
there is
do
a
not.
long, I know it. You're such a rebel. So there is a long hallway that at first looks carved of stone and it winds back and forth, going deeper and deeper under the manor. And eventually, the stone walls give way to like living rock. There are wooden slats holding up the tunnel, and then eventually even those are gone. And then I think you step into an open kind of box, a square room, and it's cut in sort of strange angles. It's clear that the architecture down here is like inhuman, and there is a doorway in front of you, and on it there are eldritch-looking runes that you do not recognize.
Okay.
So there's a big stone door that you step up and you see.
I want to like not put my ear up against the door, but close to it and see if I hear anything.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check. Okay. So you walk up closer and you shine the light of your lantern and you listen. You hear nothing. There's no sound on the other side. But
Okay.
you start to recognize the runes over and on the door, and you start to recognize the architecture. It's ancient, but it's recognizable as elven architecture. And you think you recognize a symbol that might mean like resting, something like that.
Okay. Why is everybody trying to get up in my shit today? Sherlock, walk away.
You want to go in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you push the door open, and it swings open slowly, creaking open, and a gust of wind howls out from beyond. The lantern flickers and almost goes out, and then the light catches again. And before you, you see a chamber, a big stone chamber beyond. You want to go in?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you
I
descend.
gotta know what's resting in here. Is it witches?
You descend down a set of marble stairs into a room that seems to be full. It's huge. Like you can't see the end of the room with your torchlight. It's this big mausoleum chamber, and on the floor there are dozens of coffins, stone, like marble coffins, and on them you see carved holding shield and sword, holding spears, some holding books or scrolls. You see the faces of elves, like carved into the surface of these sarcophagi, these beautiful sort of placid looking faces with their long pointy ears and their fancy garb. And and you see like, I don't know, probably 24 of these sarcophagi as you enter into this room.
Okay. There's nothing like beyond them. It's just the sarcophagus.
It's just a big like mausoleum of dead elves. So as you descend the stairs to go and take a look, and as you do that, you hear a voice behind you at the entrance that says, "So, now you know the truth of it. I see all the pieces have fallen together." And you see the elf, and he's looking at you like, now truly you understand.
Surely.
Surely. What do you do?
I look at him and I say, "Is there witchcraft involved here?"
He steeples his fingers and says, "Perhaps what you call witchcraft by another name is simply magic."
I turn and walk away and go back up the stairs.
you just walk past him.
Wow.
Yeah, and as you walk by, he just looks at you like, "But wait, I did."
I feel like
Very
you
well,
can't
human.
pose that to a witch on Earth.
No, it's so good. It's like you're just like, get out of my way. I got shit to do, and you push past him.
This is not
And he-
nearly serious enough down here.
Yeah, and he just watches you go, and he just is like, poor human, she does not understand, and then like walks backwards into the tomb as you walk upstairs. So we cut back to Streak, syringe
Wait,
in
Adam?
hand. Yeah.
Adam, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How do fate points come into play?
So, with a fate or a fortune point, you can do a couple of different things. So you can reroll a failed test. You can add +1 SL to a test after you roll. You can change your initiative order. Those are all fortune points. And then for fate, fate allows you can
say
burn.
that, like, something that you know about me that others maybe don't. Can I say that I use a fate point and that thing allows me to live and wake
So yeah,
back up?
Fate has an ability. So Fate has an ability called Die Another Day. So instead of dying, you are knocked out, left for dead, swept away by a river, or otherwise taken out of action. Now you're not dead yet. If Streak fails this roll, you'll probably die, and then we can talk about spending your fate.
Okay,
So
so I just want to
Streak-
let you know, like, if that happens, I would like to use a fate to
Okay,
die another
perfect.
day, and yeah,
Yeah, you've got something planned.
call
Okay.
upon the
Don't
powers
worry, I
of.
got this.
We'll let Streak make this roll, and then I will just turn it over to you, Pokket, and you can tell me what happens. So Streak, you're ready. Like 1,
Grimbog's
2, and
still
you
hitting
lift the
the
needle
knife,
up.
and every time you raise it, he's like, "Are you sure you know what you're doing?"
I'm like,
Okay.
no.
So Streak, I think in this
Is that-
case it's a
I mean,
weapon
right.
skill. It's a weapon
Okay.
skill test because you have to hit her accurately enough and hard
To
enough
test up my
like-
stabbiness.
to get. Yeah, you're literally just stabbing her in the
Alright.
chest. So use melee basic, and see
Okay.
if you can shove this needle in her chest.
Are you sure my fencing skill wouldn't have anything?
No, I don't think so. If you were having a needle fight, maybe, but
Well, you have to thrust with a fencing sword. But whatever. Alright.
not quite like this.
Okay, we're gonna click it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, you do it
Yay.
by 1. You got it. You got it by 1.
Shit.
So you jam the needle into her. There's like a half second, a heartbeat, and then Beatrix, you take a huge gasping breath as you are shocked back to life. You have you're 1 wound shy, so you have 11 of your 12 wounds, and you are conscious and awake.
And as I come to life, I grab him like, "What took you so long?"
the had to find the just. Are you gonna be all right?
Just- and I lay back down.
Grimbog
Just thunk.
vaults. He vaults off of the side table with a very hot
Okay.
knife in his hand, and he's trying to strike a conversation up with Streak, and he's saying,
You know, it's a good thing that she's more bark than bite. But I do need her alive. I understand that you don't like me, and to be honest, I've smelt trolls better than you. But if we work together, I think I can help you get your evidence, and you can help me get her on my horse. Yeah?
Sounds like a plan. But what I'm more worried about is what exactly is going on with this dinner. Dinners at places like this are supposed to be boring. There aren't guards with masks that rush after you to kill you immediately. And what was all that stampeding going on?
And as
you're
he's
saying
talking,
this,
I sort of
wanna-
like get up and I start walking away.
"No, you
I love
don't."
it. So both of them are like, no, what? We're not listening to Streak. We do
As
something.
Streak's talking to me, I'm lowering the dagger onto the wound to cauterize it on.
Oh, okay.
On
Do I have to do a
So-
cool roll for this?
So, Grimbunk is coming towards you with a knife. I mean, you're conscious. You're able to move and do stuff. What do you want to do?
At first, I'm like, no, I'm fine. No, everything's fine.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Did you not understand? I said no, and then I start to I try to dodge him.
Okay. All right. She seems okay, Grimbunk, but if you want to go after her with this hot knife,
I'm
you're
gonna
welcome to do
pursue
so.
here. And I also have. I think I have an ability that helps with this, right? Relentless.
Right. I mean, that gets everybody out of your way. So yeah,
Means
you don't get
disengage.
you don't get tangled up on other people when you try to chase her down. So Streak tried to stop
Yeah, yeah.
you. Okay, so what is your intent? Like Grimbok, if you get what you want, what happens?
She has an open stab wound. I'm gonna cauterize it.
It's- Okay, sure.
No,
yeah, so you cauterize. You want to cut?
But also, I kind
Yeah,
of
you
want to
wanna
just
cauterize
hurt
the
her a little
wound.
bit at the same time.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So so
Double
that's
intention.
cool. I like that. So let's have an opposed roll. And yeah, because she's prone and because you are relentless, I'll give you a bonus on your end. Grimbonk, make a melee basic test. And then
Okay.
Bloodcake, make a dodge test.
Am I adding 10?
Yeah, add 10 for yours, Grimbonk. Ooh, this can be a tricky one to get away from.
Dang it.
Oh
Dang
shit! All right, so you succeed, but not quite well enough. It reduces the impact of it. But Grimbonk grabs you and like jams the knife against the wound. There's the sizzling sound, the steam like pours off your arm. Bloodcake, do you want to make a cool roll to see if you like
I
hold
wanted
your
to
shit
make
together?
a
Whether
brawling
you're, like,
roll where I punch
you
him.
can do that after. You can do that afterwards. You can
Okay.
punch him in the face.
Okay, make it no
Let's say
modifier, right?
if you succeed at your cool roll, minus 10 for the cool roll. If you succeed at the cool roll, then you get a chance to punch him in the face. If you fail, you're too in pain. You're just like grabbing your arm.
I'm gonna fail.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
low.
So you just like fall down, like grabbing your arm, searing pain, shooting
I
through your whole
curse out
body.
every bad word that you could possibly curse in the Warhammer world, and stare at him like dead in the eye, so angry.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's it.
Okay, so yeah, you're kind of held in restraint for a moment as the knife cauterizes the wound. You won't bleed out now, yeah, Streak, Grimbonk, what's the plan now? It's clear that the house is still in chaos, and it's only a matter of time before more of these mostly naked nobles show up.
Oh, they'll be
Remote
easy.
kinda
that
like-
was pretty loud.
Yes,
Remote
there's
leans
a lot of
in
shouting
the
and
Streak.
screaming. And
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
tell Grimbonk you're supposed to make them bite down on something before you do that, you know.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yes.
that's too bad. Well, we're going to find what you need.
I don't think what I need is what I need anymore. We should take a look around and find out exactly what's changed because something's not correct about what's going on here.
And
I
I'm
know
like,
these
no
parties.
shit.
so where do you go to find that information?
Well, the last place everyone was supposed to be dining. I don't think the
Mhm.
dinner's
So you wanna
over
head
yet.
head towards the
We
dining
should
hall?
probably take a peek to
Yeah.
see what the dining hall's going on. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
sounds
you
good.
you
Yeah.
head towards the dining hall. You all kind of look at each other like, all right, we're gonna go. You head towards the dining hall. You come around the corner and you see Mila coming out of the kitchen. Mila, where? I mean, it doesn't really matter where you're headed, but you see those three, and all four of you kind of like run into each other in the hallway. They look like they've just been in a fight. Mila looks pissed off, but still like attractive.
I'm covered in
and very
blood too.
strong and tall.
That's-
Yeah,
And I say-
covered in
Kind
blood.
of hot, you know, the fact that she's covered in
Yeah.
blood. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, what's
and
up?
her sheath, her knife sheath is empty. She doesn't have a weapon on.
I don't notice because I'm just relieved, and I say, "Oh, the witch hunter! You would not believe the horrific things that we have just seen."
You, the beggar.
And when I hear
I
witch
knew there
hunter,
was
I
something odd about you.
So sorry.
Sorry, what was that, Pocket? What do you do?
I said when I hear witch hunter, I immediately get on guard.
Right,
'Cause
so
I'm
you
just like,
tense up a little.
She's not here with these guys. So
Mhm.
What
Mm-hmm.
can you tell me? Surely you are not with these brutes who are about.
I tell her all about the secret passageway and what happened since that happened,
Mhm.
and all the things.
You mean to head to the dining area?
Of course.
And then I tell him everything
seems
that
to
happened
be-
to me in
Oh,
the
well, there
dining
you go.
area.
Okay.
and I start.
Mm.
Can I start walking towards the dining area?
Yeah, and I assume Grimbunk like follows after you.
Yeah.
Did you not
I
hear
wanna-
me?
Can I
And
attempt to
I turn
lasso?
around and I go. I turn around and I look at her and I'm like, they
Your
must
lasso
die.
ready.
So
Ah, I see we are like-minded.
Well,
I wink
probably
at her
you're like,
because she's really hot. so,
like-minded,
like,
mayhaps. Unlike in skill, she actually isn't very good at fighting.
Can I like, as he's saying that, can I like punch him in the shoulder? Like, not like to
Yeah, I mean,
hurt
sure,
him,
it's
but,
not an
like,
attack, but you're just like, shut up, dwarf, and like give him a
shut up,
punch.
dwarf.
I honestly
I-
think that was her giving 100%.
Look at me. This is what
I
I've
just
been
turn around
dealing
and
with.
walk
I
away.
tell if it's a bounty contract or they're flirting.
Right? It's hard to tell. Hard to tell what's going on.
I like to miss
okay,
Nick's business pleasure streak. Okay.
So where are you going? What are you doing? Is everybody going together? Because it's clear that like this whole house is just like going crazy.
Fucked up.
So
Mm.
yeah, what's the plan?
If they're
I'm
gonna
going
go to
towards
the
the room.
dining area, I'll go with
Mhm.
them because I want to kill some more of these bitches.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah.
if the family's still there, yeah.
Okay.
And I
yeah.
say,
you
did you really
you
throw
had-
a dagger into his Von Torrent's son?
I did. He was sitting
my
upon a
Favorite
throne of
person
men.
right now.
it's the
Thank
name of
you.
my
Adam, I have a
autobiography.
question.
Uh-huh.
Based on her description, would I immediately know what's going on with this?
No, there are way too many ways for nobles to be like debauched and insane.
Okay.
You need more information.
Okay, so I'm going towards the throne room to get more information because
Yeah.
part of me's like, oh, this might be something that I'm like, I really don't like. So,
Mhm. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So the group of you you head to the hall. Are you gonna try to like sneak up and like poke your head in, or
I
just
would
burst
like
through the
to.
door?
Mm, I look at Mila, who's been in here already.
Yes, what is it?
Well, I mean, what should we expect? Are there a lot of people in here? Should we go quietly?
Yes.
Should we?
There are many of them. They are caped and debauched, and they must die.
And
Look, I
I
believe
like.
her.
I just like. I like. Oh, you.
Yeah, I don't
first.
think there's a reason to peek your head in. In fact, I think that maybe we should go looking for the armory. I can think of a better excuse right now.
Oh, you want to go to the armory?
Well, why not? If a lot of people, then that requires
As
a
I
lot
say
of
that,
weapons.
I open the door and I just go boom,
Just fling the
and
door
I just, like,
open.
run
Okay.
aside immediately.
She's the
Right.
worst.
So the door swings open. The door swings open violently, and the stench of flesh like just like berates your nostrils.
And
Inside,
yet I'm just like, okay.
there is a damp heat in the room, and there are just these piles of corpse pieces laid out about the table. None of the guests are here as they are searching the house for you. And we get the slow pan across the table, the plates with there's now like flies buzzing around these piles of chopped up dead bodies. And as the camera pans over, we hear a low growling, a snarling, and a struggling sound, a canine sound. And we pan down and we see the body of Horst, the footman, and one of the estate's like hounds, one of these big hunting dogs, is currently doing that thing that dogs do where they whip their head back and forth, and he's trying to pull Horst's face off. And Horst's body is just lying there flopping around on the floor. And this is what we see in the Great Hall.
But no people at all.
No, no living people in full condition. No one is alive here. At least no one you can see
Okay.
without a better look around the place.
Can I, because I assume that kid was bleeding a lot, can I try to track where the
I was
kid
gonna
went?
say that.
Oh,
Is there a tracking? Because I would like
Yeah.
to track as well.
hell yeah. Yeah, if the two of you want to work together to like track
Yeah.
that kid.
Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
mentioned a kid that was bleeding, and I'm like, I want to kill this kid, and she also knows them. Then I want to track. So.
Yes. Yeah, totally. I mean, there's a lot of blood everywhere already, but you could look for a different blood. Can you first can you make Beatrix, can you make a perception roll?
Hmm. No modifiers.
Give yourself a plus 10. Give yourself 10.
Okay. Ooh.
Fucking sweet. Critical success. Okay.
Nice.
So no one else noticed this, and you had expressly mentioned you're looking for more information. Yeah, you see on the back of the chair with its little booster seat of bodies. On the back of the chair, there is a symbol. This chair has been brought in from the Chaos Object Seller. There is a symbol on the back of the chair, and it looks familiar to you. It's a circle with a line coming off of it, and then a crescent moon at the end of the circle, and then there's like a disc kind of cut out of it. Yeah, and you recognize the symbol right away. I can actually draw it. I won't draw it. I'll just put it in. I'm sure I put it in chat for you. But yeah, you've seen this disgusting sign before, and the
I
sight of it makes
immediately
you.
I just look so just disgusted. Just
Yeah, which is like a
absolutely,
normal
like,
reaction. Yeah, a normal reaction to have to this place.
yeah, I'm just like completely just like we need to kill everybody inside this house. So
So there's the
I look
sign.
at Mila and I'm like, can you sense it? Can you sense his blood?
Mila, you want to try to track the wounded
Yeah.
kid?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, so let me look at how. Let me double check how helping works.
Grimbonk he's propped himself up on the edge of the dining table, and he's reached over and he's ripped himself off a turkey leg, and he's sniffed some mead, had a sip, and you see him pull out his little book, and he says, "This heresy's going in the book." And he starts drawing
Can
a picture
you-
of all the dead bodies.
As he's
on the
drawing, can I
floor.
walk
Can you
over to
just-
him and start like
I need him-
correcting his drawing because he gets it wrong?
I need Sam to make a quick perception test for me.
Okay.
Just real quick. I need to just have him check something.
Fine.
Okay, so you grab this chunk of meat and you're like, ha, and then you look at it, and it's still got like two of its fingers sticking off of it. You're like, oh, that's not turkey.
Oh.
Is
That's
the
a
turkey?
people.
So you're just holding this like arm with a hand on the end of it. It's got like bite marks
throw
on
it,
it.
and I just drink more wine.
Okay, the wine is
As
actually
he
wine,
does
so you're
that,
good.
I lean into his ear and I'm like, "What's wrong? You don't like human?"
I don't like heresy.
That makes two of us.
Less turkey, more long pork. Okay, so let's see what skill you'd use for tracking. Outdoor survival, maybe. Let's take a quick look here. Survive in the wild, fish, hunt, forage, build fires and shelters. Yeah, it's an outdoor survival test to
Okay.
track. Because I don't
Where
think
do you-
there's a specific. Oh wait, hold on. There is a specific tracking skill for humans. It's different. It's an
Oh.
advanced skill. Okay, so you can make it's an initiative check to try to make
Oh,
it.
okay.
And I'll say whoever's gonna do it get a plus 10 to make that test.
What
What are
is
we doing?
yours?
My
Somebody is
initiative,
doing tracking.
my base
is
initiative
out-
is 35. What's yours?
Oh,
Is this
you should do
is
it.
this outdoor
definitely.
survival?
Can I give a?
Okay.
Well, since
No,
I'm helping,
it's
can I
tracking.
help her? Like, just plus 10 as me helping her.
I believe that's how helping works. Yes, yeah. You just give
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm helping you.
bonus.
Oh,
I
ooh,
succeeded.
Yay.
Nice. Okay. Cool. All right.
I
Yeah.
sniffed
So
that
you
tiny blood.
yeah, you look and yeah, it's that this blood is the freshest in the room, right? All the other blood is like a little bit older. This is the like still warm. And so
Right.
you can follow the track.
Okay. Yeah, I do the gross like viscous sort of
Can
shit,
I
and then
lick her hand too?
wordlessly
Like-
follow.
Like, let me taste.
Okay,
I taste
so like this is the shot, right? Mila crouches down, you touch the blood with your bare hand, you're like, oh, still warm.
Mm.
And then Beatrix just shoves your fingers in her mouth.
And I'm like,
That was unwise. And then I
No, but
stand
I
up and walk.
but I'm like, this is it. We should go. And I follow.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you get up, and the two of them, Mila and Beatrix, take off to follow the trail. Grimbonk, I assume you follow your quarry. Streak, do you want to follow? Do you want to follow them? This is some horrific shit. What are you doing, man?
I'm going to find the armory. They're all idiots. There's not enough
Right,
weapons.
You want
We
to go
are
off on
the
your own and find the armory?
I have a shitty dagger, and I'm thrifty a beggar. That's not a good dagger. I'll need to go get some stuff.
Can I try
Okay.
to stop him from leaving us? Like,
Wait,
I've
you could
taken
tell- you
some
could
sort of like weird liking to him.
Weird, me too. You can just tell him to stop. What do you want to do?
I see him like draw away from us. I'm like, no, you need to go with us.
I think I've lived long enough on the streets that I can avoid some posh demon worshippers on my way to the armory.
What do you need? What is it you're looking for?
A fencing sword for one would be lovely. Perhaps a rapier or.
Mm-hmm.
I toss him my poker.
Okay.
Not the
Mila
most balanced
throws.
Surely this will suffice.
Oh,
Yeah, she throws something at you. It's just a big piece of iron with a spike and a hook on the end.
good enough. It's pokey. Let's go then.
And as I do that, I like run my fingers through his hair to like mess it up, and I'm like, good, let's go.
Really?
Like, I'm not even afraid of like his like grossness or it doesn't affect me.
Can I give
Yeah.
Mila my dagger?
Yeah, we can all do the equipment shuffle. What
Great.
does that look
As I
like? So
see
Mila
this, I'm
Mila's
like, "Anyone else?"
Mila's
I mean-
unarmed.
Yeah, Grimbock's just like, you need something, come on. And just kind of, unsheaths his dagger and holds it with the hilt
Thank you.
facing Mila.
When we're
You
walking
are a
away, I
good
hold my
man.
arm and I look at Mila and I'm like, do you know anything about healing
I do not.
at all?
I am meant to kill.
And I'm like, I like, and as she says that, like her hair just like gleams, and she has like, beautiful, like the light hits her face perfectly, and I'm like, oh yes, me too.
We'll snap back to
I
reality
also-
as Grimbonk waddles past you and he goes, shame about that, doctor.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Could have used him.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so now that everybody is gathered back up, you're gonna head off in search of the young heir. Okay. all right.
On the way, I would like to do a perception check of if there's anything I can use to heal myself, whether it's dead bodies or like a room to poke in or something.
Can we explore that logic? So, how would you use a dead body to heal yourself?
I would search them. I would try to pillage.
Oh, I see. It's like what the dead body might have on it, not like
Oh,
just.
yeah. I'm not gonna
Okay,
use
yeah.
the dead body. To, like,
Adam, I would like to
mean,
roll
I
to use
don't-
dead bodies to heal myself by siphoning their blood
Yeah.
into my own.
I
Yeah,
know what's
right,
on
exactly.
the bodies. I'm not gonna just use. I'm sorry. I know that
It's
came
like-
off wrong.
It's like a bad text adventure. Use corpse on self. Use dead body
No,
on
I
self.
would
Heal
never
self with
answer.
body. Consume corpse. Yeah. Okay. So you head off, and yeah, you can keep an eye out for something like that.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
So
So
I
yeah,
have to mention that I
as
left a whole lot of stuff on the ground upstairs from that doctor's bag.
that's true.
Since she's looking for healing things, I noticed she's looking.
Literally every piece of medical.
Literally
stuff.
everything.
all the
I may
other
have stepped
medical
on
the
some
ground.
way
The thing
out.
is, I don't think any of you have the heal skill. So the man who could have used that bag to help you has been exsanguinated.
Murdered.
So yes, yeah.
It was a mercy kill.
Yeah, of course.
It
So
was
as you
annoying,
head out,
but
as you head out into the house, we get a shot of the outside of the house. It is like up on the mountainside. A storm has begun to brew, and there are strange purple clouds hanging over the manor, lightning flickering across their surface occasionally. We zoom in through one of the windows to find the group of you traveling through a hallway, and there is something about this place that is getting you turned around. You feel like you've been following this blood trail forever, like just through hallways, opening one door into another hall, and just like wandering from room to room. And I think that when we cut back to you, this is the moment where you're like, wait a second, we've been through here before. And Mila, something about this stretch of hall, maybe it's a portrait on the wall or something about the place, and you're like, no, I know we've been through here before.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you do when you have that realization?
would I know how to check for like if we're stuck in a spell?
Yeah, recognizing the signs of witchcraft. I think
Yeah.
that could be a thing you could make a check for. Let's have you make an intelligence roll. You don't have like a lore skill you can use, but you can make a roll with your intelligence.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's clear something fucked up is going on, but you
Mm.
don't have any context for it.
Can I?
Right.
I have context for what's going on. I mean, at least based on the symbol I saw. And
Uh huh.
can I make a roll?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah, you
is
can
it
make
same
make
roll?
the same roll. Make oh, and actually, Mila, that was initiative. I don't know if your intelligence
Oh.
is better, but yeah, I know it's confusing. There's I and there's int.
It is worse.
Okay, so then don't worry about it. It wouldn't
Yeah.
have benefited you. Okay, yeah, make an
So
intelligence
would I
roll.
have any sort of modifier?
No, not specifically.
Okay, so I'll just
But
make a
I
roll.
will let you roll.
Fudge.
Okay, yeah, same thing.
Alright.
Trickery, chaos, trickery.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Kill everybody.
So you, I guess, Mila and Streak and Grimbunk, you're not aware of this. You're following them. So Mila and Beatrix, when you realize that you are turned around, what do
Mhm.
you want to do or say?
I grab
Do you
Mila's
tell
shoulder
everybody?
and I lean in very close to her ear and I go, "These are not gods you want to mess with." And I point around and I'm like, "We're lost. Anyone we encounter, we should kill." And that's all I say.
Agreed.
Hmm.
So that's all I say. And I don't know if I can make a perception check to try to get us on the right path.
I don't know that you necessarily have to. I think you look up and you see standing in the hallway three women. They're dressed simply. They're kind of like fancy servants. You see them. They look similar, but they have like slightly different hair color, and they're dressed in like gowns, like nice clothes in the gray and black, like their mistress. And the three of them are just standing, looking down the hall at you, and you look up and you notice them.
That's when I lean back into Mila and I'm like, I point to them and I say, anyone. And I back away and I draw out my bow.
Okay, so you like back up and you draw your bow.
Yeah.
And and the three girls, they're like in their teens. They're probably your age, Mila. They're just looking at you. Do you say anything or do anything?
I walk toward them. I don't like break stride. I just keep walking straight toward them.
Okay. We
As
we
she
get one of
gets
those
closer,
like
I draw my bow further back.
yeah, so we
Oh.
get one of those like Hitchcockian like zoom pans where like the hallway kind of falls behind you as you get closer to the camera, and they don't get any closer to you. Like you move towards them, and the hall like moves backwards.
Push pull.
I like stop suddenly and go,
Yeah.
witchcraft.
Right. Anybody else do anything when Mila stops? Like, witchcraft.
I'm gonna wait to see if Streak and
Yeah, you
Sir
look back at
Bonsalot
them.
does anything.
I walk into the
Okay.
back of Mila.
Because she stops.
Yeah.
Okay. Mila, you get some dwarf face on your butt. And you like stumble forward a step.
She cares
Okay,
not.
so they
And neither do
yeah,
I.
there's a pause, and and the three of them look down the hall at you, and one of them, I guess when they speak, they all speak at once, and they say, And where do we think we are going? The party's downstairs.
Where are we going?
They're not approachable because the hallway moves, right?
Yeah. The closer you get to them, the more the hallway extends to get away from
Like
you.
a dream when you're
Hmm.
chasing something.
Can I? This is a. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Is there a way like I can pray or something to understand what's going on?
I mean, it depends on to whom you are praying. Like you're
I
not
need
a
to announce
priest, so
this?
you don't have magic. I mean,
But I'm a follower.
I know. If you would like to open your mind for a vision, I could give you one.
I would like to pray
I would
to
like
Adam
to open my
Koebel.
mind for a vision with which the
Yeah.
person should follow.
So go ahead and you just pray. You open your mind and pray for guidance. Let's see how
Do I have
corruption
any modifier?
works. I'll let you roll. I'll let you know what to roll in a second here.
Okay.
Let's see. You're intentionally failing this test. So mark a point of corruption. You
do I do
take
that?
you just take a point of corruption.
Okay.
And yeah, and so you see, this is perfect. So you look at them, and there's a flash, right? You see the three of them standing there looking like calm and simple, and then there's a flash, and you see one of them, and her head's been cut off, and she's lying on the floor in a pool of blood. The other one is pinned to the wall with a sword, and the third one is like got 10 arrows sticking out of her. So you see that flash, and then it flashes back.
I smile
Uh-huh.
and I think the one true God, and I let my arrow fly.
Okay, make a ballistic test. Make a roll with your whatever your arrow skill is.
Oh, bows.
Ranged bow. Yeah. Give yourself a +10 because they definitely don't expect to be shot with arrows.
Oh my god! Can I reroll?
No.
You can
I
spend
use my
a
fortune?
fortune. Yeah, you can spend a
Okay.
fortune to reroll.
Okay. Oh my gosh! Please. Ugh,
Okay.
what is
all right.
wrong with my rolls?
Ulrich, why?
So you draw an arrow and you fire it towards them, and it sinks into the wall behind them, and they all kind of as one like hiss, and their hair kind of flies up, and they fly down the hallway towards you like hands out.
I feigned it.
Let's you just fall down. Okay, well, I mean let's figure out the order of things here. So Beatrix and
Hi.
the witches and Mila and Streak and Bonk there. Okay.
Funky Bond.
Beatrix, what's your
It's 2.
initiative?
Oh.
It's 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Theirs is also 2. I think most people are 2. Mila, what's your initiative?
Where do you see it?
It's just the first digit of your initiative ability.
Oh, 3.
Okay. Streak, yours was 3.
Sorry, what was it? I was totally spacing.
Yes. Street.
Oh, your initiative.
And,
Yeah.
I'm 2.
Okay. All right. And old Bonky Barnes there. Okay. So, Streak and Mila, you were the first to go. Mila, you fire your arrow. You piss them off. They hiss and come flying towards you. What do you want to do?
Oh, it's me first?
Yeah.
Either of you can go. Either of you can go first.
So question. I have
Yes.
instruments for torturing witches.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What all does that entail? What all do I got packing my
I
instruments?
don't know.
of
Let me do a
torture,
quick.
you're
Let me do a quick Google for medieval torture instruments.
That's
Sick.
after you get a hold of them.
Yes,
in
it's
the-
for after.
in the
It's for making them
voiceover.
confess to witchcraft. Yeah.
Mm.
You have a
Hmm.
portable kit for torturing witches into admitting that they were witches to begin with.
Okay.
You have a knife right now. You have a knife.
I
that
think
Grimbach-
they'll
have
admit
a
it.
knife currently.
Yeah, they'll probably admit it. They're pretty. They're
Right,
they're
but I
pretty
like
okay
I
about-
like watching them burn and seeing the light die in their eyes. So
Yes.
You have a
curious if
knife
I
and a
could, like,
fidget
start that
spinner.
process now. A knife and a fidget spinner. That is an
Are
instrument
there,
of
are there
torture
any
for
wall
sure.
torches?
It is. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna have the knife and just start yelling some stupid shit like, "I'm ready for you, you godless heathens," etc., etc.
Right. I mean, do you want to Do you want to rush? You'll get a bonus if you charge. If you just want to run up and stick your
Yes.
knife in one of them. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
I do.
So Mila,
Absolutely.
you get advantage for charging headlong into
Okay.
combat.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a weapon skill test. I will roll a dodge roll for the witches.
Melee basic.
Can we just say she
see.
charges fabulously? By the way,
Oh, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful charge. Her fervor
like one of those
is
everyone's in awe.
exemplary. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Sig-
melee basic plus 10.
Yes. Yeah, because you've got your biz there. Okay, so these things are just rolling there.
Okay.
Agility. Okay.
Do I have to win this? Okay.
Yeah. You win it, and you win it significantly, right? So they got a -5, and you get a +1. So yes, you get another point of advantage because you win an opposed test during combat. And you deal what's the damage on your weapon?
On a knife? I don't know.
It is
Oh,
plus
did you
4.
not know? Yeah.
My
so is
dagger
your
was
strength.
+5.
Oh, yeah, same thing.
Oh, this is a dagger that I gave you, so it's the exact same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
+5. Damage.
So that is, I think. Let me look at they're basically just humans. Her toughness is 3, so you deal her 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay, you deal her 8 wounds. Excellent. All right, so you rush forward. What does that look like? So you rush forward. There's 3 of them, like flying towards you. You jump out with your knife. You just like stab her in the chest.
Yeah, it's literally like the 3 of them are like rushing at us, and I rush to the middle one, and because it's fabulous and beautiful, I jump into the air, and my hair flows behind me, and I just fucking like right here.
Everybody's
Just-
eyes turn into little stars like anime where we're like,
Fucking yeah, Ave Maria is playing as you fly through the air like a fucking angel. Yeah, and you jam your knife just above her clavicle, and there's a spray of blood, and she shrieks in pain, and her one of the other 2 are like, "Sister!" and they like throw themselves on you. Streak, seeing Mila's rush into battle, so brave, so strong, so beautiful. What are you gonna do?
I'll say to myself, granted, it's been some time since I've been to an event like this, but I don't seem much different to normal debutantes. And then I take my fire poker out.
Right, take out the poker.
The
Okay, do
debutantes
you also
always-
want?
They always end the same.
Yeah, exactly. These parties, they always end with someone swinging a hot poker around. Okay, so you want to rush in and do the same? Attack the witches?
Yeah. Yep. Let's
Okay.
poke.
All right. Cool. So you will, if you charge, you get a +1 for your advantage. So add
Okay.
10 when you make your roll. And let me
Now,
add it on
does
your
the
sheet.
poker count for fencing?
No, it's not. It's
Well,
not.
at least point to
well,
the fencing.
No, you know what? I think if you fight with it
Improvised
like you're
fencing.
fencing. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I think we'll allow it. It's a stabbing implement. It's a little heavier than you're used to, but
It
you
is
can use
not
your fencing
balanced.
skill. Yeah, let me set it up for you.
Alright.
Hell
see,
yeah.
fencing poker.
Got you, buddy.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
and then it's what's your strength bonus? 3, 2. Okay, so 2, so 6 for damage. Okay, so down at the bottom, under your little armor
Mhm.
diagram, where it says fencing poker,
Mhm.
just hit roll and use that and give yourself an extra 10.
There we go. Fencing poker. Nice. All right. Roll plus 10. Wow.
Oh no!
No.
Well, that's a critical fail. So you
Weight threw me
fumble.
off.
So let me get you to. I'll get you to roll on the
It's like-
fumbles table.
Way too heavy. It went to stab.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, I did what I could for you, buddy. So a fumble in combat, you get a critical fail. Roll a D100 on the oops
Okay.
table.
Mm.
Now you could re-roll if you want, if you have any fortune points left, but
I don't even know if I have fortune points.
It'll be on the
Unfortunately.
right.
you
at the top.
started.
I had
You started
0.
with 2. You,
Oh,
s-
did
you
I
started
really?
with 2.
I had
You've spent. Have you spent any yet? I think you
No.
spent 1, right? No, you haven't. Okay, do you
No.
want to re-roll that critical
I don't
fail
think
then?
He's rerolled anything.
I think I
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
re-roll the critical.
You
yeah.
probably should. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't want to live with that.
In an alternate reality,
Uh,
we would have gotten to see what happens.
Yeah,
in the
another
oops table,
dimension
but
in the multiverse. I
yeah.
screwed up real bad. All right.
That's right.
Roll it again. Why?
Okay, it's just a regular
All right.
failure. Okay. All right. So that's cool. There's still, let me see. So you do your versus test, and let me see if they need to, if you fail, if they still need to make a roll. I think. Oh, you actually didn't. Did you add your 10 to this?
I believe so. Yeah. Put
Okay, good. I
10
just
in the
wanted to make
box
sure.
that
No,
popped up. Yeah.
yeah, no, you got it. It is. I checked. You do have your 10. Okay, so attacking. You roll. Whoever has the highest SL wins. So even if you both fail, there's a chance that you could still hit if the witches fail worse than you do. So roll an agility. Well, no, they succeed. So you lose your advantage. The witches gain 1. And you lunge forward, and you're much less graceful than Mila. You whiff at the empty air, stagger forward, and do not strike.
It's because they turned
Grimbunk.
around to swarm me. That's why.
Yeah.
It wasn't your
totally.
fault. Yeah.
Only thing in my head right now is like armory full of weapons.
Yeah, you could be fighting with a beautiful rapier crafted by smiths.
Perfectly
but no.
balanced.
You have a big chunk of iron in your hand, and you think there might be like a piece of hair stuck in it. It's not.
Oh my god.
It's not good.
Ooh.
So, Grimbonk, what are you gonna do?
Grimbonk just mutters under his breath, "Nothing worse than Dumas." And then he runs forward and he tries to bonk the witch. Just
Bonk that
attack
witch.
streak.
Bonk it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you charge, you get the extra. So you have a plus 20 on this roll, old
Mhm.
Bonky, and I have a plus 10 because the witches have 1 advantage. So I get a 0 for my SL. And you got
Nice.
52. So you got a 3. Okay. All right. So they lose theirs. You get another advantage, and you deal. How much damage is your club?
6 plus 6.
Okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you attacking a new one or the same? Actually, the one that Mila attacked is in the way. So you hit a new one. So you
Yeah,
deal.
I'm hitting the one that Streak went for.
Yeah. Okay. So one of them has taken 8 wounds. One of them just took 9. Minus their toughness. So that's 6. Okay. Great. All right. So the witches are gonna go. There are 3 of them. They can all do stuff. So I think we'll do 3 attacks. We'll do 1 on each of the 3 of you that are in melee. So first, Mila. A witch is trying to claw your eyes out with her witch's talons. So let's have her roll. Are you gonna dodge or block with the dagger?
Block.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll oppose. I have any? No, I have 0. And you currently have plus 20 this roll, this opposed
Okay.
test. But if you
And
fail,
what
you'll
do I-
lose your. Nope. Well, this is gonna be
do-
fun.
Okay, what do I hit to roll block?
So to block, you just roll your weapon skill. So you roll melee basic. You're putting your weapon in the way.
I see. Okay.
And they got a critical
So-
fail. So they fumble.
Melee basic plus 20.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Six
The only reason you need to roll is if you had critically failed too. But nope, I'm gonna
Right.
roll on the oops table. Here comes that oops. All right, so the witch gets a critical fumble. You get another point of momentum. They get a 57, and that means your maneuver was misjudged, leaving you out of position, or you lose grip of a ranged weapon. Next round, your action gets a -10 penalty. Nice.
-10.
So she overextends. She shrieks at you. The one you stab. She throws you back. You get splashed with witch blood. She screams, claws at your eyes, but you easily just like pull her out of the way and shove her aside. While you're fighting them, they're like hovering. They're like flying around. It doesn't seem to affect their ability to fight, but they can kind of fly. Okay, so now Grimbonk, one attacks you. So if you could roll your defense, you get a plus 30.
It's just toughness, right?
Nope, it's your weapon skill. It's your melee basic or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I got a +5. Okay, so I beat you. I got a +3. So you lose your advantage. The witches gain 1, and I hit you for 5.
Wait, would you get?
Oh no, wait,
+5?
no,
You got
no,
+1.
you got it. I only got a +1. I got SL +1, not 5. So you do, yeah, you do beat her. Nice. Okay, good job. You defend yourself there, Bonky. And I think that this is just them clawing at you, and your tough dwarven hide just continues to deflect the attack. So yeah, they're just like she's
let's be real.
screaming.
He's too short. They're not used to that.
She's screaming at you, and she's clawing at your face, and it's not doing shit. Streak, it's your turn. If you
right.
if you could roll your fencing skill.
Roll my
with
fencing
no
skill this
bonus.
time.
Wait, was I
Yeah,
passed
'cause you're-
over?
Nope, you're next.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not being attacked.
Yeah, you're not getting attacked because you're in the.
Oh,
back
the
with your
witches are
weapon.
attacking. My bad.
This
Sorry.
is actually the one
Yeah.
time where it's good to be passed over.
Yeah,
So the witches
okay.
are
Modifier?
shrieking
I thought they
and
were
going
saying-
after you.
Sorry.
modifier
and
on
you
it?
know there's no modifier for you for this
There you go.
because neither you. Oh shit! So
Well then,
if
that makes up for last
you
time.
crit, I think if
Hell
you
yeah.
crit, you get a free. Yeah, if you score a critical, you get to hit her. Let me check here. So let's see on a defense roll.
I got
opposing
used to the
melee
weight of the
attack,
poker.
Let me double check to see if it's a regular hit. When it's finished. Here we go. Yeah. So if you hit your opponent with your weapon, yeah, let's just let you make a free shot because you got a critical success
Ooh.
and they got a 0. So yeah, go ahead and
Alright, so
you get one
poker.
streak and a free shot.
Okay, so that fencing poker plus 10 again.
Now it is because you have 1 point of streak.
All
That's
right.
your advantage there, buddy. And I'll roll to.
All right.
I'll roll to defend. So what'd you get? SL of 4. Right. Okay, here we go. Trying to dodge. I only got a +1. All right. So you hit for 9 damage. And this is against the same one that Grimbonk was fighting, right?
Oh, she was attacking me, so is it?
Well, because he said he was rushing in to fight one. I think this might be a new one. I think you're all attacking their own.
It was the
so
one that I initially swung at.
Yeah, we'll keep it simple. So you deal 6, 10, -1, 9, minus her toughness of 3, so 6 damage. Okay, great. So she lunges at you. You swat her aside and just bash her in the face with the poker. And she grabs her face and flies backwards. Her hair is all flying, and it's all really shoddy, like cheap wire work too. Like we can see the fucking guy pulling the rope in the background to fly her around the hallway. Beatrix, it is your turn. Your friends are tangled in melee here. What do you
I'm
want to do?
just giggling maniacally, and I see the one that Streak hits, and I aim for that one immediately with my bow.
Okay. Yeah.
And
you draw
no
your
modifier,
bow and
just
take
roll,
a shot.
right?
Yeah, because you don't have any momentum yet. And you just roll using your weapon. And I will.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
there you go. Oof.
Why do the rolls
And
hate
you-
me on this?
You fail. Let me see what.
Oh my
Let me
God.
see what she gets. She gets to roll a dodge. Because I could critically fumble this. I could do that real bad, but I don't. Would you like to re-roll or?
I don't have. Okay, so I don't have any fortune left. Can I reroll?
Okay. No, you cannot.
Okay.
Okay.
Grimbolt
Alright.
yells to Streak, and he says,
I've never seen her hit anything ever.
I choose to stab him instead.
Why is there a bounty?
Shoot him in the back. Mila, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
You said that it's like obvious that they're all like tied up to make them float.
I mean, they're
right?
they're not really. That was just a joke for me.
he's
It's
saying
it's
the
a
production
corny.
quality of our movie is very low.
Yes,
I
the production
see.
quality of this
Okay.
fight scene is very
I was gonna
low,
be like,
and I wanted
wait,
to
these
help.
aren't even real ass witches.
No,
Okay.
I wanted to help the audience understand what they were seeing in their mind's eye.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll go to stab that same witch again.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you got a good streak going. So add 30 to your roll.
Okay.
The witches will try to dodge you. They get to add 10. I've
Sick.
oh no. Okay, all right. So is that last one your roll?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got a +2. So 5, 6, +7 on top of your normal weapon damage. Yeah. She is toast.
Sick.
Let's see. Let's roll. Let's see where you hit her. So roll a D100 real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
60.
60. Okay, so it is a strike right to the body. What does that look like? How do you kill this witch?
Well, she like went to swipe at me, right? And
Yeah.
I like tossed her aside. And as
Mhm.
she's like stumbling a little bit, I just like go right for the gut and pull up.
So there's like a tearing, like guts fall on the floor, and she looks at you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shocked. And yeah, screams and like flails and like falls onto the ground. And you're standing there holding your knife, and like one of her intestines is like hanging off of your wrist.
Right.
Nicely done. Fantastic.
Perfect.
Streak,
Hi, how's it going?
it's your turn.
Yeah, I know. Who's up still?
There are two. The one that's fighting you and the one
There are
that's
still
fighting
two?
Grimbonk.
Okay, I better help out Grimbonk a little here and
Okay.
try to poke the one that he's fighting.
Yeah, so you want to
So
turn away
let's
from the one that
say-
you're fighting and hit that one?
Oh, I thought she was dead. All right, no, I
No,
should
no. The
probably-
one fighting Mila is dead. Grimbonk's looking great. He's
Ah.
got all kinds of momentum.
Oh, he's fine
going.
then. All right, then I'll keep going.
Okay.
He's dwarfy. All right. So is it +10 again?
Yes, because you have your one momentum
All
again.
right. All right.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I'll try to dodge with her. They have no momentum
Nice.
right now. Okay. So you get SL1. So you deal 7 damage. So 6 by 4.
Body
Which is
location,
not
nice.
not quite enough to kill her. You hit her in the body with you stab her with the fencing poker.
Yeah.
It grabs her chest.
Things
She's
are
still
pretty
going,
rugged.
but you're poking holes in her. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bonks, you got one. You got +40 to your attack.
Yeah. What? So what? What do I get if I charge? Is that
You've already
additional
charged.
stuff?
You can't. Yeah, you're already in melee. Basically, it
All right,
gives
so
you
yeah,
it
it's
gives
like
you an
playing for
additional
another opponent?
an additional charging bonus to like run into a fight.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I'll bonk.
Okay. Yeah.
You should
Bonk on,
flee
my
and
son.
recharge.
Bonk on.
Bonk on, bro. Nice.
Holy Jesus.
Whoa, plus
The hell of a
7.
bonk.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's +7 because look, he's versus 105, right? So it's just like piling up because of all this momentum. This is how
That's
fighting
awesome.
works in this game. The more you're winning, the easier it is to keep winning until you blow it all and you lose your big bonus. You can still miss if you get a critical fail. Yeah, you could still have failed that. There's always a 5% chance that you'll fail. The witches will attempt to dodge, or at least mitigate the attack. They don't.
-5.
Mhm.
So you hit her for what's your normal damage? 7?
6.
Okay, so 6, 12, 13, 18 minus.
Damn.
So you deal 15 wounds to her. Where'd you hit her? In the body? Okay. No, you need to roll a d100. Let's see where you hit her, and then we'll roll on the critical hit table because it's enough to sink it into a crit. 92. The right leg. Okay. Would you like to roll a d100?
Oh
for
my
me?
god, this is finally a right leg
What's
scenario.
happening?
in a
So
Warhammer game.
roll a d100. Roll a d100 and add 20. This is your critical hit to the right leg. Okay, you got a 36. She will die anyway. But this leg crit is a thigh strike. A powerful blow slams into your upper thigh. So I think you just like slam down on her leg. It breaks. The bone splinters out of her leg, severing the artery in her leg. Blood sprays all over you, and she flies back screaming and falls on the ground, clutching at her bone leg until she dies.
Nice.
Did it.
Nice.
Well played.
Look at you with your momentum. Okay, so
Thank you.
that's 2. The one fighting you streak is still up, so she's gonna attack, and she screams in rage and grief, and lunges for your throat with her claws. You can roll fencing to try to keep her back.
All right.
Her hideous
So
witch's
rude.
talons lunge for your throat. She misses, but maybe you'll miss worse.
Oh God. All right. All right. How you doing?
Wow.
Nope,
How
make a free shot on her. Go ahead and repost that shit.
Told you I was good at fencing.
So you have another you got another one now.
What do I got? Plus
So
20
that-
now?
Yeah, make that attack. And actually, you should have plus 30. I
Alright.
forgot to give you. I owe you
30,
one token.
Alright.
So add 30 to this attack.
I'll take that.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
So I'll roll to see if she resists.
What is going on?
So you still actually you have SL2 and she has SL2, so you miss. So she
Dang.
lunges for you, you snap it out of the way, lunge for her, she flies backwards. It's a duel for the fucking ages. Beatrix, what are you gonna do? You
At
see
least the
two of them-
choreography's
you see two of
good.
them. Yeah, the choreography is great. So nobody
gonna
has
try
any
to
momentum.
intimidate her.
You want to try and intimidate her?
Well, they both
Okay.
critted too. That's crazy.
I want
no,
to
they're
try
still
like
bouncing
while
off
they're
each
in the
other.
middle of combat. I just want to rush up and I want to like charge my dagger into her throat and get it like where it just breaks the skin and blood is bleeding and I'm gonna try and like get her to tell us what's ahead of us.
Yeah, you're
No.
gonna have to hit her first.
Uh,
Blood cake, all right?
She's literally
You want to try to like
she's the only thing
wrestle
left.
her, like run up
Right.
and grab her and try to wrestle her to the ground. Okay, yeah, I mean you can make that
Yeah.
roll. It's a brawling roll. I will
Brawling.
oppose with her agility. The number to beat is SL -3.
No modifier, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Ooh, nice, a success. Okay, yeah. So you run up and grab her and like yank her to the ground, and now she's lying under you, like hissing, and her hair is flying, and she's trying to scratch at you. She probably barfs pea soup all over you and tells you about all the nasty things her mother is doing in
and I
hell.
fucking lick that shit up and I pet her hair and I'm like, you're gonna tell me
No,
what's
definitely
ahead of
not
us.
pea soup. Okay.
No, I lick that shit up and I go,
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna
she
tell
just-
us what I
she-
I
expect.
don't think you
just
understand what I'm
wit-
saying.
Yeah, she witch barfs all over you, and her head
I'm
spins
people.
around, and you hold her on the ground. She's just like hissing. Mila,
Yeah.
Beatrix is not having a great time solving this particular problem, but you know how to make witches talk.
Sure do. With my tools of
like-
torture.
Yeah. Would you like to apply your torture devices?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. So as you draw your mysterious devices of torture from your bag, make a torture lore check. You can give yourself a
yeah.
plus 40 on it.
Hell
Do
yeah.
you have like a gift shop sized Iron Maiden that is like one finger at a time?
That'd
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So make your torture lore skill, and I'll roll for them. I'll roll her willpower to resist your witch hunter's ways. She
Wait,
gets
is
a
that right?
-2.
I don't think I've ever played a game with Adam
Mhm.
where he's rolled this bad.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's
And
fine. It's
exactly.
great. So yes, you beat her by 3. And
Great.
she we pan up as she like, because we don't necessarily want to show, we don't show all the times, but like she screams and we pan up, and then we crossfade over to her corpse on the ground. having been tortured, and you're like putting your tools away. Yeah, she has let you know. You what did you want to know from her? I guess, Mila. What do you like? She admits that she's a witch. She's made a pact. She's
Personally
made a pact
speaking,
with the chaos gods. She is a bride of the dark powers.
Yeah, fuck her. She
Of
deserved to
Slanesh.
die.
of
That's true.
Slanesh.
Yeah. She probably refers not she's not on a first name basis with the Prince of
but I've
Pleasure, the
confirmed
Lord
it
of
for-
Excess.
The Lord of Excess.
Yeah. So she tells you about all of the glorious passions that her dark prince has bestowed upon her the various parts of her body. And she is happy to go into great detail about the horrific pleasures given to her.
And I
but
turn
yes, it's
around
clear.
and I look at Bronzebeard specifically, and I go, and now you know why I'm here to kill. And I just turn around and walk away,
Yeah.
like further down the hallway.
Yeah, like their dumb magic has left. It's over. Their dumb magic is finished. So you can go into the sort of the final chamber, and
That's what I'm doing.
you storm the group of you storm down the hall, and you yank open the doors, and in the master bedroom, we see the there's a huge bed. On it, mother and father are laying, their heads severed from their body. Sitting at the foot of the bed, cradling mummy and daddy's head, is the young prince of the place, and he's holding his mother and father's severed head, and they're looking up at him. And he's got a knife sticking out of his chest, and he looks up at you, and his lips are like purple, and he like licks his face, and his tongue is like a meter long. It's like licks his whole face, and he grins at you, and he has these like sharp teeth, and he says, "I'm so happy you could come to my party." And he just like stares up at you, and he's like cradling his parents'
As he
severed
does
heads.
that, I point my dagger at him and I go, "Corn would love your soul."
Yeah, there's just like several skulls here that would be excellent on the skull throne.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you draw. Beatrix draws the knife, and stalks forward to retrieve this kid's skull. Mila, you've had a heretic in your midst the whole time. Streak
believe
and
this.
Grimbonk. What is everybody gonna do? This is sort of like the last moments. So what's happening?
I'm gonna go
Grimbonk
find
is-
the armory. No.
I'm gonna
Grimbonk
get a
is
car.
turning
I'm gonna
around,
fill it with hamburgers.
and he's kind of talking to himself, and he's kind of like, he looks distressed, and he's just like,
There's no way I get her out and get full price. It's just not feasible at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
start to
right. Like
juggle.
she's a crazy
Most
chaos
so, yeah.
cultist. It might be time for you to leave.
As he says that, I like look at him like as he's like doing that, and I'm like, "You can have me, but I'm gonna have him first." And that's all I do. Is like I hold my dagger out, pointing at him at the kid.
I suplex
Oh.
her.
oh,
You want to run up and
Oh.
tackle her?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I want to just
So let's-
grab her and fucking like
Basically-
get the fuck out of here.
Basically, I'm gonna get one last action from everybody, and anybody who's opposed
Okay.
can make a roll, and then based on whoever wins these opposed rolls, you get to narrate what happens. So
Okay.
it looks like Mila is gonna try to get blood cake here. You're gonna, and so what is your intent here? Is to kill her? Is that what you want to do? Kill his witch?
My intent is to like not let her kill this kid because
mean,
I
they're
feel
both
like that'll just be like a combo of evil.
I mean, we're both
Yeah.
evil though. We're both
They're both
equally
extremely evil. Yeah,
like that kid
Um,
is a kid and evil, and I'm trying to stop him. So
but you're also evil. They're both
I'm
both
very,
I'm-
very evil.
chaos entities.
Okay, I'm gonna just stab her then. I try to kill her.
Okay.
Do it.
alright, okay. So Mila, you can make a weapon skill, like a melee basic. We'll do it all with no momentum. We'll just have a flat test. So melee basic. Beatrix, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to kill Mila and then kill his kid?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
So
defend against
Beatrix.
Mila and try to kill the kid.
What's that?
Actually, I'm gonna try to flee from Mila and try to kill a kid first.
So you throw yourself on this kid. Okay. All
I
right.
basically sacrifice myself because I know Korn would want me to do that.
Yeah, sure. More blood is good. More blood, more
I want
skulls.
to gain his favor.
Okay. So Beatrix, make a melee basic test. Yeah.
No
So
modifier.
Mila and Beatrix both make them. No modifiers.
Fuck.
I
Whoa!
mean, you don't know.
Damn. Crit success. Shit.
All right. So Beatrix, you can.
Wait, I
and
have
I
one
assume. Do
fortune left.
you want to reroll? Do it.
I want to. This is my last move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. You fail worse. The gods have abandoned you in this horrible place. Okay.
Korn did not
so-
approve of that. Blood for
so
the
I'll
blood.
let
god.
Beatrix, I'll let you have your corn ending in just a second. Streak and Grimbunk, what are the two of you doing? Grimbunk, are you just gonna fuck off? You gonna run out of this place?
No, he's just fashioning some rope bindings. Because either I'm taking a corpse home or I'm taking.
Okay, all right.
Either way, I'm getting paid, but I mean,
Okay.
And Adam, before this
As-
happens,
as I'm
I wanted-
fashioning the
I wanted to
bindings,
take
I
my
kinda-
doomed. So
Okay, well
Before
just
you
hang on.
take
So let me see what Grimbunk is doing first.
I'm just fashioning bindings, and then maybe I think a jewelry box catches his eye, and he kind of nods to Streak, and just goes back to fashioning his bindings. That's it. I'm
Okay,
about
so
to get paid.
Okay. Streak, what do you want to do?
I start to juggle.
Okay, so you're just gonna juggle while the whole house is just like
I juggle my
coming down
dagger,
around you.
my dagger, my hat, and my cup, my begging cup.
And the
I'm
shit
trying to
rag.
I'm trying to get the child demon's attention, and I'm saying,
Okay.
up, down, watch it flow, here it goes, watch up, down, here it goes, one copper, one brass. And I start approaching it.
Okay. And what's your intent here? Like, are you getting in the way?
As
Because
soon as the
Beatrix
dagger
is
lands in my right hand, if he's enchanted by what I'm doing, as soon as I get close, the dagger's in my right hand. I strike out with it.
okay, and you wanna throw it at him? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so roll your melee basic. I just need to establish
Okay.
who has what in terms of success here, like how much each person
Mhm,
wins.
Okay.
And then Grimbunk, your
Normal.
intent is that if Beatrix lives, you
No, I'm
want to
taking
like
her. I'm taking her if she's
wanna
dead
restrain her?
too.
yeah, sure.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
yeah,
let's
if she
have
lives,
because
I'll restrain her and
if
take
she's
her.
alive, you'll have to fight her. So okay,
Yeah,
so
I
let's have
mean,
you roll
she's
two.
She's got 1 health. This isn't a big deal for me.
Everybody make those rolls. Go ahead and
I'm
make
gonna
a,
bump her on the
make
head, and I'm gonna take her.
Make a melee roll too. I think I can see how this can shake out. So Grimbunk, go ahead and roll. As long as
Wonder if
Grimbunk
I want to
doesn't
use Strike to Stun for the one time because we took the skill.
fail. Yeah. I mean, if you want to try to knock her out, that's cool.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
grab a
Go for the headshot.
candlestick. and go
Okay.
for the head.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff lying around, so
Yeah, I'll bop her over the head with something, implying she's alive.
okay. Yeah.
Sure.
So you reach
It's
down,
gonna
you
be
grab
a-
an object.
Yeah.
Yeah, mother.
It's gonna
It's a basic melee basic roll.
Okay, am I charging?
Yeah, you can add your +10 or your +20 if you charge in.
Okay, cool. So is it melee basic or
Melee.
brawling? Basic, right?
Melee basic. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's
Doing the same
let's-
thing.
let's tier these. No. So we'll just compare everyone's successes. So Beatrix got SL4. Shriek got SL2. Bonk got 1. And then poor Mila Mila, you get the least of what you want. You probably get killed. So Beatrix, what is the optimal outcome for you? Don't narrate what happens, but tell me what, like, if you got exactly what you want, what would it look like?
It would be that no one hits me and I just straight up like kamikaze towards this guy. I kill this kid immediately. Like
Okay, it
I'm
sounds like
like,
you and Streak want the same thing.
yeah.
Okay, so Streak, you and Beatrix like fall on this kid with knives and like stab him, and he just like giggles as you like shank him until his blood runs out and he runs out of juice. Mila, you attempted to attack Beatrix and were thrown aside.
Right.
And then Bonk, you come up behind Beatrix and take a swing at her. Pokket, are you like you're focused 100% on this kid, so I think you probably get bonked. I think you get knocked out.
It's a non-lethal
Is-
bonking.
Yeah, because it says like you said that you were going after the kid completely. So yeah, I think that's what happens.
And I was obviously I resisted Mila. So
Yeah, that's right. You were very distracted. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what happens is the kid gets stabbed, and as soon as he dies, the house starts to collapse. We see the house from the outside, light starts pouring out of the windows, and the ceiling starts to fall in. The house is like buckling and like closing in on itself. Back inside Grimbonk, you whack Beatrix over the back of the head. She passes out. You throw her over your shoulder.
Before I pass out, though. No, before
Okay.
I pass out, I want to cast Resolve, I believe, or Fate.
Okay.
I don't want to pass out in this battle.
Okay.
I want to be able
What do
to
you
not
want to
pass
do?
out. And I don't want to battle. I don't want to kill anyone in my group, but I want to be able to not pass out. And
I mean, you can roll to resist the attack if you want.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
I don't want to pass
thing
out,
is, you're
but
already-
I don't want to hit people.
You're already in the middle of a bunch of stuff. So roll your toughness at minus like 30, I think, because you've got like a bunch of other shit going on.
Toughness at minus 30?
Yeah.
Can it be weapon skill?
No, because you're not fighting back. You're so busy doing 3 other things.
Oh, good luck. It's negative.
Okay.
Oh
all
my
right.
good God.
-5.
You hit her so you might have killed her, Grimbonk.
Oh
It's
my
hard
No,
to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
come
I
on.
want
But
to.
you definitely knock her out.
Before
you-
he
you-
So he has-
I want to do die another day.
But again, you don't have a chance to
You're
do
not
anything because
dying.
you're so focused. You won't die. So he just knocks you unconscious. He just
I'm using
Okay.
a
taps you on
stunning
the head.
tab. It's just
Yeah, he has a special ability that
I
can
get
knock
paid
you out.
double if you're alive. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. So Grimbonk knocks the corn cultist Beatrix Bloodcake unconscious, boom, with the head of the club. Or with I think you just grabbed something and it was like a severed arm and you just
It was a
bash her with
shoe.
it. A shoe? Okay, perfect.
But
Little
with
chaos
an
shoe.
ankle still attached.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
bonk her on the head. She passes out. You pick her up. Mila, the house is closing on itself. It's time to go. Chaos is consuming itself here. You can argue with Grimbonk about what to do with this woman later. And I think unless anybody has a reason to stay in the horrible chaos house, you all flee the house together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you run out the front of the house, out the front doors, out into the outside, and there's the storm kind of like swirling overhead, and the house is folding in on itself until eventually it collapses into a single point of light and then vanishes. And standing outside in the wind and the rain, you look up, and the 3 of you and your unconscious friend Bloodcake are alone, except for the blue-caped form of an elf standing nearby. And the elf is we pan over to the elf, and the elf just does this. And then on the 3rd clap, bang, we go to black. And that's the end.
Bloody hell.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. So there you go. That was our roleplay one shot of
Claps in
Warhammer
the chat.
Fantasy
Claps in the chat.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming, everybody, and for sticking around so we could blow out that ending there. So we will talk more about everybody's thoughts and feelings about the game and their characters and what have you in the post show. But audience, thank you. Chat, thanks for coming and watching. And obviously to my cast, you guys are great. That was super fun. Thank you for
That
going on
was
this weird
super
adventure.
fun. This was really fun to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, it's a cool game. We kind of just like skimmed the surface of some of the more complex parts of the mechanics, but there's some neat stuff in there. I like the advantage thing in combat, how you like get better at it the more you fight. Cool. Well, let's do
Definitely makes it more
some
interesting.
shout outs. Yeah, we'll do some shout outs and then we'll talk a little bit about it in the Patreon post show. So let's start with our favorite chaos cultist up in the top. No, she's not a bad guy this time, right? It's biting throats out, shooting people with arrows. It's Pokket. Thanks for joining us, Pokket. Give us some shout outs.
Listen, I promise I tried to be the good guy. Slanesh is not the god you need to follow. It's Corn, clearly. Okay? But that didn't happen. So, hi, my name is Pocket, and I always play a very good character, and you should know that by now. And you can follow me at twitch.tv/Pocket. I love roleplay, and I'm very thankful for being on the show. So, and also, oh wait, got one more thing.
Nice.
Very
That's
nice.
it.
Nicely done. Good. Excellent. Cool. Well, we'll go around. Dodger. Do some show?
Hi everybody. Yeah. I'm Dex Bonus, and you can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything. I know that honestly, I didn't have a whole lot of Warhammer knowledge before looking into it for this game. I had played like Vermintide and stuff like that, but the system was super fun. I think that this was really, really fun game to play. So Sam got me all hyped up for it, and it didn't disappoint. It was great. So thank you so much for having me on. It was a good group of people as well, as always. So
Yeah, thank you. Joining us again. This is the second time I got to play with you, Bike. It was lovely. Thank you so much
Yeah, it was
for
awesome.
coming back and playing with us. Tell the good people at home where they can find you on the internet.
My name's Bike. You can usually find me under BikeMan on Twitch TV. I love doing these things. This is really fun. I'm glad I got to participate in this. So thanks for having me. I think the biggest takeaway from this is that no matter what happens, you can get out of any situation as long as you keep a bag of poop on you.
Yeah. Epic poop rag strats.
Amen.
Nice work.
Amen.
Nice work. And last but not least, my murder hobro, Sam Strippin. Where can people find you on the internet, buddy?
It's me. I didn't murder anyone today.
Yeah, you're a bonker, not a killer.
I just
Listen,
bonked.
bonker, you tried to get me, bitch.
I can't hear you. You're unconscious on my horse. Thank you guys. For having me.
Whatever. It's bad rules.
I'm a big fan of Warhammer Fantasy, so this was really exciting for me. This is one of the things that I asked Adam and JP to consider for the future, so I'm really happy it happened. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, shout out to all the cast and to Adam for putting it all together. And yeah,
Cool,
you can find me
cool.
at
Thanks, bud.
Twitter.tv/Strippin.
Yeah, do it. Cool. All right. That's it for us. My name is Adam Koebel. I'm going to go and make a thread if you have not visited before. community.itmeJP.com. After every show, I do a Q&A thread. So if you have questions for me about the system or about the game, you just want to have a conversation about the one shot, you can head on over there. I'll link it in the chat as soon as I'm done putting it together. And we're going to go and record a post-show discussion about the situation. You can check that out at patreon.com/roleplay. You can find me on Twitter at Skinny Ghost. Or on twitch.tv/Adam Koebel. And on my Twitch channel, I did all the GM prep for this episode. So if you want to see all the stuff that didn't get used, go on over to Twitch and check that out. It's available in my VODs for subscribers, and it'll be on my YouTube channel eventually when I get around to posting it. So,
And thank you,
That's
Adam
it.
and JP, for putting together. I actually really like Warhammer. So
yeah,
it's like a slightly more effed up D&D. So
that's a really good description of it. Yeah, it's like
it's
a
a
slightly
slightly more effed up D&D, and
it
I
is
love
like
it.
that,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, I can play an effed up character, and people are like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
So,
it's a
but
little,
D&D,
it's a
they're
little
like,
less.
you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, totally. It's true. Cool.
So.
Well, that's it for us. Thanks for coming, everybody. This has been Roleplay One Shot. Keep an eye on this space for more one shots in the future. And we're out. Thanks, everybody. See ya.
Bye-bye.